And it's been a while, but we are back. Hi, welcome to your market update every Monday and Friday, unless it was last Monday and last Friday.
Well, I mean, full disclosure, there was a lot of things we solved during that week: world peace, climate change, the extinction of polar bears. There's a lot of things we solved. So, sometimes good things happen during those time frames.
Well, you know what? We're back in the action, and so we're gonna start off right with a question. Okay. Now remember how to win. Just send the text. First one to send the text. Right text. Right information wins it out. So the question: in what city of San Diego did the most expensive home sell for in 2020?
Ooh, would that is probably not Logan Heights? Is that a safe assumption?
Well, I don't want to give any hints, but you know what? If you're thinking Logan Heights, please join us every Monday and Friday at 4 o'clock, and we'll be able to inform you of what's going on. Well, we've been gone. What's been going on with rates?
The interesting part is what's going on with rates a lot of this time during the last week is they actually dipped down a little bit, which is surprising because a lot of times we thought they were going to continue to skyrocket up, but they actually dipped down a little bit. So the strange thing is if you look at this time exactly last year, we're actually lower right now.
Oh wow!
And that is very, very strange because we were on an uptick for a while. And then all of a sudden we got a downtick down where the rates went down lower. So for those of you out there who thought you missed the whole window of refinancing, it's actually 61% of mortgage applications right now are all refinance.
Oh wow!
So that market has actually come back. So that's really good for you. You have rates down below the threes again, which is amazing because if you're listening to our update prior to that, we were back above the threes. We're averaging between 3 to 3.25. So that's amazing. And then the other thing that's hasn't changed all that much has been your jumbo market, which I know we're talking about the prices in San Diego and how they just kind of keep stacking higher and higher. And now anybody that has a loan amount above 753,000 is jumbo. Those jumbo rates are now back down to 3 1/8. And listen to our market updates prior, we were back up at 3.25. So that's pretty gosh darn good. And we even had a couple of days where it dipped down to 2.99. So, overall, rates are lower right now than they were at this exact time last year, which is unheard of.
Well, talking about this time last year, let's go over the market. Now, I've been screaming it for the longest of times that. Oh man, damn, something together, but there it's fine. All right, so I've been screaming for the longest of times that June we start getting more and more inventory coming to the market. As you kind of look at the numbers right here, we were consistently in the sevens. We got that pop of the nines, eights, nines. Now we're getting into the thousands. I mean, 1,000 right there. We broke the barrier. 900. So those are going to probably trickle up into the 900s.
Broke that glass ceiling, my friend.
So, I mean, to give you an idea, I mean, we're fairly consistent to where we were during the pandemic, right? So we're talking about in May timeframe. So we should be seeing more and more inventory. Now we're under 700,000. That market is slowly trickling away. Yet we are, right? We're in the 400s right here. Now, what does that mean about the market as a whole? Now, this has to be very exciting right there. We're at 2,500, close to 2,600 active properties on the market right now. If you've watched us for the last couple of months, we were at about close to 2,000 properties on the market. Yet, mind you, we were in July of 2017, close to 2 years ago, closer to 7,000 properties on the market. Yet, we've had that little bump of inventory come in the market. Now, yes, we're going to need a massive amount of inventory to really calm down the craziness. Yet, I have been seeing people overestimating the market. Some people, looking at it, okay, well, we've gone up about 10%. I'm going to go over those numbers in a little bit. Over the last year, in some areas, 15, higher in other areas, right? And they go, okay, I'm going to overprice the market and wait for the values to get to me. Be careful. I've seen more and more agents do this now often, where they're not getting that crazy bidding war, And sometimes they actually have to go with one offer. I know, mind you, one offer, all that kind of stuff, but that's what you're seeing now. So across the board, you're seeing active properties, pending properties trickle up a little bit. So that's definitely a positive in this market. And
wait a minute. So we got a positive and a positive. We got a positively low rates and then positively more inventory coming. And this sounds like a very positive show today.
Well, the tough part is you've seen that jump right here of sold price. We had an 840 to 870, right? Ooh. That's for detached properties there. Now, mind you, where we were January 665, that jump has gone up, but hopefully we'll see somewhat of a cool down to the market with more inventory hitting the market. So be aware that if you've been looking for the last couple months and you haven't been able to find a property, there's a glimmer of hope that I think if your agent's really looking out there, you're going to have a couple more options to look at. So be aware of that in this current market. Have hope, have faith, and even reach out. Again, I've been saying it for the last couple of months. Reach out to escrows that are happening. Have your agent reach out to escrows and see if they're still
falling out.
Yeah,
they're falling out, Vinny. I'm going to agree with you 100%. That is, you just threw out right there. It's literally like you're throwing out diamonds, and most agents are throwing out sand, hoping it's going to turn into a diamond long term, but it's not. But right now, there is escrows falling out because, believe it or not, there is lenders out there who are doing loans incorrect, and they fall through. And that's a diamond in the rough right there. You can get one.
Yeah. And again, going back to the original question, in what city did the most expensive home sell for? What city of San Diego did the most expensive home sell for in 2020? Okay.
And you're telling me it's not Logan Heights?
Telling you it's not Logan Heights. I won't even give you a hint because I feel so generous right now. I've got a couple text messages, so we might already have a winner. But the property sold for more than $40 million.
That was your house. This is unbelievable. You shouldn't be bragging about your house, Vinny. This is ridiculous.
That might be our friend Manuel's house, but not my house. New construction likes to be going up $10,000 per month for a new property. It's been like that since January 2001. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a lot of new builds that each phase is going up. I mean, across the board. I mean, I've had clients that have bought in Riverside and Temecula area, and you're seeing each phase going drastically up. Actually, some of the new builds, you might be surprised, right? So how majority of the new builds work is you put your name on a list, they have a set price, and then what happens is once you're up, you basically get locked in on that set price right there, and you basically go right ahead. Some new builds, right? I'm not going to mention any names. Some new builds, what they're doing is they're actually allowing bidding wars to happen. So you're getting locked in after a bidding war of the property. So you're letting the market define the price. So yeah, definitely be aware of that. I think Manuel's laughing. Was it a little more than 40 million for your property that sold? I'm not sure. We'll have to check on that later.
I just got a text. Somebody asked me if it was South Park. That would be no.
That is correct. That is a no right there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and join us every Monday and Friday. We do these shows, trying to give you insight, make it fun, make it light, and really diving down into the different markets. And there are still markets available to purchase. Have faith. If you've been frustrated like in the last couple of months, talk to your realtor. If you need a realtor, give myself a call. Give me a call. If you need a lender, give David a call, and he can kind of help you out with the low rates.
And I'm sorry, Vinny. I just want to say I know you're trying to keep it light, but the reality of it is you keep it heavy with heavy information, and you want to carry the heavy load for people. And if you're out there trying to get things that are really light and easy, that's not going to get you the house you want right now. You need someone who can do some heavy lifting, and Vinny can do that. So let's be
your Sherpa.
Oh, let us be your Sherpa. Not to mention, Vinny's got the deadlift of 1,000 pounds, so he can go to bat with you, no problem. Like no tomorrow.
Yeah, right. All right, see you guys. Have a great one. Go Bucks.
Thank you.
Bye.